Hello and welcome to Astrology Coaching by Anatoly. Today we are going to discuss your favorite topic in astrology, retrograde Mercury. As you probably know, from 1st of April till 25th of April, Mercury will be retrograde. And according to Vedic astrology, because this channel is for Vedic astrology, sidereal astrology, Mercury will be not only retrograde, but it will be Gandanta in some period of time, and it will be debilitated, which makes retrograde Mercury period a little bit more dangerous, intense, and there can be a lot of communicational issues. So yeah, this retrograde Mercury from 1st of April till 25th of April will be a little bit more specific. So I'm going to discuss this with you, but before that I'm going to share what will be the agenda. I'm a Virgo, so I always have a plan. Now I'm going to show you, to tell you more about the period, the whole process, the whole period of retrograde Mercury. We're going to discuss what is Aries, Pisces, because retrograde Mercury, according to Vedic astrology, will start from Aries and will go in Pisces. So two zodiac signs will be affected from the retrogradation of Mercury. This is according to Vedic astrology. And then I'm going to share with you one gift for 6 of you that I have prepared. This will be especially for 6 of you who need consultation. So I'm going to give you more information about that later on. And then I'm going to tell for all ascendant and all moon signs in which sector of your zodiac chart, of your astrological chart, you can expect issues associated with retrograde Mercury. Okay, so as you can see, this is the chart of United States. To be honest, I use this chart because it's more easy, and I just want to show you the transits of retrograde Mercury. So let's start from the beginning. It is 1st of April when I'm going to open now the chart. I hope you see it. Of course, I have issues and I don't have the mouse on the screen, but where you see, just to explain the chart, the middle circle is the data, the small circle. The middle circle is the natal chart, the natal positions of the planets, and the bigger circle are the transits. The numbers, these are the zodiac signs of the chart of United States. Where you see 1, this is Aries, and where you see 12, this is Pisces. Okay. Just to change on 1st of April. So basically on 1st of April, as you can see, the number 1, Mercury will be stationary and will become retrograde on 1st of April. As you can see, the number 1, there you can see MER in the chart, in the bigger circle. Next to the number 1, you see MER, which is Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde will become Mercury will become retrograde at 3 degrees of Aries. So if you have planets around 3 degrees of Aries, 3 degrees of Libra, you can expect some events in your life. So this is the first part of the retrogradation. This is the start of retrogradation. Then on between 9th of April and 11th of April, retrograde Mercury will become a little bit more dangerous because Mercury will be Gandanta. I don't know whether you know what is Gandanta. Maybe you watch my previous videos where I explain what is Gandanta, but in Vedic astrology we have this status of Mercury, of any planet, or which basically said Gandanta is the part, one planet is Gandanta when it is placed in the last degree of a water sign or the first degree of a fire sign. because you know water and fire, these are powers that are totally opposite. And when water and fire are together, there is a big battle, there is a big conflict. That's why in your natal chart, in your horoscope, if you have planets that are placed in the last degree of a water sign and the first degree of a fire sign, we say that this planet is Gandanta. It is weak, it is difficult, the traits that this planet has, they're changed. You can expect problems with this planet, and especially if you have a lot of planets, you have to be very careful with water, because you can get drowned. This is really important. So you can check in your natal chart whether you have Gandanta planets, and really you have to be careful with waters and oceans and sea, and maybe you have fear from water too. So when Mercury transits this period in this area of the zodiac chart, this means that Mercury will be not only retrograde, but Mercury will be Gandanta, which will make all its traits a little bit more intense, a little bit more violent, a little bit more aggressive. Because as on 9th of April, just I'm going to show you in the chart, as you can see, 9th of April, you see MER is almost at in the other end of Aries, at the beginning of Aries. As you can see, almost in the Pisces, in the 12th zodiac sign. And then we say that Mercury will be Gandanta, it will be retrograde Gandanta in Aries, which can create a lot of conflicts. Because what is Aries? Aries is speed, power, aggression, violence, passion, weapons, surgery, technical skills. You know from my previous videos what is Aries, right? Aries is the zodiac, is the head. Aries is the ego. Aries is impulsiveness, impatience. So when you can imagine what will be the communication, what will be the traits of Mercury this time. Mercury is the planet of communication, you know, education, speech, writing, publishing, business, commerce, traveling, logical mind, logical skills, skills with hands, education, I don't know whether I said education, humor, what else, intelligence. So can you imagine what will be the situation with Mercury? Mercury is not only retrograde, which can create issues in communication, chaos in communication, but it will be Gandanta, it will be very aggressive. So that's why I said that retrograde Mercury will be a little bit more specific in April 2024. So on 9th of April, it goes, it will go on 7th of April, on 7th of April, it goes Gandanta till 11th of April, it will be Gandanta. But on 9th of April, just a second, on 9th of April, it will pass the border of Aries and it will go in Pisces. And you probably know, if you follow Vedic astrology, that Mercury in Pisces is debilitated. It is very weak. It is changed. So when a planet is debilitated, we say that it is weak or its traits are very changed, and the planet acts in a different way. So not only Mercury is debilitated here, it will be debilitated and it will be Gandanta. Can you imagine what will be the communication during this period? Of course, everything depends on your natal chart, but if we speak about mundane astrology, the world astrology, I'm pretty sure that there can be a lot of conflicts, especially in the world, a lot of aggression, communicational aggression, a lot of problems with the business. You know, when Mercury is retrograde, you can expect problems with chaos, problems with communication devices, with business profits, with contracts, with any type of communication, traveling, data, information, people from the past can appear. So at this time there can be a lot of fiery and watery communication, and you can be very emotional, you can be very aggressive, you can be very fiery. So definitely the situation will be interesting. And not only Mercury will be retrograde, Gandanta, debilitated, but there will be eclipse too. Can you imagine? There can be a war of events during the April month, and in political field we have to be very careful, because our politicians can create a lot of issues. There can be a lot of conflicts in the world, between different countries, between people, between the nations. So we have to be really careful. Pisces, you know, Mercury, as I told you I told you already what is Mercury, but Mercury in Pisces, Pisces is the zodiac sign of spirituality, is the zodiac sign of foreign lands, oceans, yoga teachers, healing and healers, forgiveness, endings, losses, behind the scene things. So here definitely Mercury doesn't feel okay, because Mercury is logic, and Pisces is illusion. Pisces is dreams, fantasies, and Mercury doesn't like Pisces. Mercury likes Virgo. In Virgo, Mercury is exalted. That's why we say Mercury is exalted in Virgo, very strong, because Virgo is logic mind, is the logic, is hardworking, is professionalism, is the practical thinking. And Mercury really likes Virgo. It is its own sign, and it doesn't feel very okay in retrograde in Pisces. So yeah, the situation with the communication with and generally said, the situation with this retrograde Mercury, especially during the eclipse season, this can create a lot of conflicts and problems around the world. So until 11th of April, you can see Mercury will be Gandanta. Then it will proceed its transition. It will be only retrograde and debilitated, which is again not very good position for communication between people and between countries. But it will be not Gandanta, right? Because Mercury will pass the last degree of Pisces. That's why we don't say that. We say that it will not be Gandanta. I hope I explained it correctly. I hope you understand it. So until 25th, I think, of April, you can see that Mercury will be on 25th of April. Mercury will become direct. So 24th, 25th, it will be stationary, and on 25th it becomes direct, and it change its direction. So if you have planets around 21st of 21st degree of Pisces, you can expect, or 21st degree of Virgo, you can expect some events associated with this change of the position, of the direction of Mercury. So of course you don't have to be afraid of retrograde Mercury, just you have to be a little bit more careful, especially during this retrograde Mercury. I hope in the world and mundane astrology it will not affect, it will not have big effects on countries and politicians and nations. I hope there is peace and people are able to overcome the difficulties. But definitely in a worldly manner, in a mundane astrology, this will have a big effect. Because we have a lot of events coming in April. We have eclipse on 8th of April. We have conjunction of Saturn and Mars, which is conflict, which is battle. We have conjunction of Jupiter and Uranus. And this will create, I don't know what will happen in April, but definitely there will be events that will start from April that can change our future in some way. And I hope we humans, we people, are able to take the higher expression of the events, not the low expression, and go into violence. It's better to go to communication, discussion, and we are able to not create other problems in the world. So yeah, this is the transit of Mercury, and just to say that again, Mercury will be Gandanta, but this time will be direct on 9th of May, I think. Let me check. Yeah, 9th of May, Mercury will be in the last degrees of Pisces again. And from 9th of May till 11th, around 11th of May, Mercury will be Gandanta, and after 11th of May, it will transit the first degree of Aries, the first degree of the fiery sign. So it will be out of the Gandanta position. So definitely April is very important month in astrology, and hopefully everything will be okay. So just to make a small summary, from 1st of April till 25th of April, Mercury will be retrograde. It will be a Gandanta between 9th of April, 7th of April till 11th of April. It will be debilitated from 9th of April till 25th of April, when Mercury will become direct, and of course the communication will improve, you know. So now, before proceeding with all the ascendant and moon zodiac signs, I just want to I know that many people are watching the videos, so I want to make a small gift for 6 of you, for the people who are fastest. I created 6 vouchers, 5 vouchers with 10% discount from my consultations, and 1 voucher of 20% discount from my consultations. So if you need consultation, I think this is the best time, because you will get discount. So the voucher, the name of the voucher is Gift 10. You have 5 vouchers of this, so 5 people of you can have 10% discount from my consultations, and 1 voucher of 20% discount, which is called Gift 20. So you can go to my website. This is my website, www.astrology-coaching.com, and you can see I have information about astrology here, about my Vedic astrology course for beginners. I have some interesting articles. I have chart calculator if you want to check your Vedic astrology chart here. I have section about me and consultations. You go here on consultations, you choose your consultation, and then you add it to your chart. And there, when you add it in the chart, there is to add a coupon or voucher, and you just write GIFT 10. This is 10% discount, 5 vouchers. Each of you can use, 5 of you can use this voucher, gift 10, and 1 voucher of 20%, which is gift 20. So maybe I have to write it somewhere. I can write it in the description of the video. Just the name of the voucher, the 5 voucher is gift 10, GIFT 10, and 1 voucher of 20% discount, gift 20, GIFT 20. So this is my gift from you. If you want the consultation, now you have discount for sure. If there is interest, of course, I'm going in these vouchers of these gifts, I'm going to make more of this, of course, in future. Okay, so this is the gift from me. And now I'm going to discuss for each ascendant and for each moon sign where will be your where will be the retrograde Mercury in your chart. For all people who have Aries ascendant or Aries moon sign, Mercury retrograde will be in your first Aries. It will start in your first house, and it will proceed in your 12th house. So first house and 12th house will be affected through this retrograde Mercury. First house, you know what is first house. First house is you, your personality, your life, your self-esteem, health, and everything. And 12th house is different foreign places, foreign lands, illusions, abuse, hospitals, monasteries, isolation, forgiveness, losses. So you have to be careful in this type of fields and communication. If you want to travel, for example, if you want to travel, you have to prepare before 1st of April, okay? Of course, if you need more detailed information, because this is general explanation of retrograde Mercury, we cannot have a full detailed analysis for 20-25 minutes in YouTube. I'm just giving you the general expectations. If you want detailed information, you can book a consultation. Now you have these vouchers where you can get discounts. For Taurus ascendant and Taurus moon sign, retrograde Mercury will be in your 12th house and your 11th house. So already you heard about the 12th house, and 11th house is the house of income, dreams, fulfillment, social circles. So for example, retrograde Mercury, you have to be careful with your friends, with your social circles, what you are saying. It is not the best time to change your income sources. For all people who have Gemini ascendant or Gemini moon sign, retrograde Mercury will affect your 11th house and your 10th house. 11th house is Aries and 12th house is, and 10th house, is Pisces. So you have to be careful how you communicate with your social circles, how you communicate with your boss, with your manager, how you communicate if you want a promotion. This is not the best time to ask for that. So for all people who have Cancer ascendant or Cancer moon sign, retrograde Mercury will affect your 10th house and your 9th house. You have to be careful with your management, with your manager, with your father, with your belief system, with education, with traveling. If you are studying something, there can be some problems in your education, in your exams, for example. Maybe you can fail if you are not prepared. So you have to prepare very well for your exams. For example, for Leo ascendant and Leo moon sign, retrograde Mercury will affect your 9th house and your 8th house. You have to be careful what you are doing, with what you speak, especially with your relatives involved. If you are working with other people's money, you have to be careful too. Be careful from accidents too, with your studying, with your belief system. It is a good time to heal wounds that are hidden in your soul. For all people who have Virgo ascendant and Virgo moon zodiac sign, retrograde Mercury will affect your 8th house and your 7th house. You can expect some problems in the communication with your spouse, or people from the past can appear in your life. Or, for example, there can be problems with the communication with your relatives involved. You have to expect that because 8th house and 7th house will be affected from this transit. So all the signification of the 7th and 8th house must be checked because there can be some issues due to the retrograde Mercury. For Libra ascendant and Libra moon sign, retrograde Mercury will affect your 7th house and your 6th house. 7th house is Aries. Your 6th house is Pisces. Problems with your spouse, your partner, or people from the past can appear. Or if you have business partners, retrograde Mercury can really affect this because 7th house is business partners, not only partners, and Mercury is business. So you have to be careful. Of course, 6th house you can expect. Maybe there can be some communicational conflicts with your colleagues, or maybe you need to change your routine to change your healthy habits. For all people who have Scorpio ascendant or Scorpio moon zodiac sign, retrograde Mercury will affect your 6th house and your 5th house. You can expect here people from the past can appear in your life, or there can be some miscommunication or problems associated with retrograde Mercury in the field of love, romance, art, speculative business, children. Maybe you will not be able to speak very well with your children. For all people who have Sagittarius ascendant or moon zodiac sign, you can expect, retrograde Mercury will affect your 5th house and your 4th house. There can be problems with your mother, communication with your mother. It is not the best time to buy properties, to change the cars. There can be problems with your communicational devices. Don't buy new telephones or laptops, or if you buy, be careful what you are buying, because you can have issues with it and you need to return it. And you have to be very sure that you want this, because if you buy, for example, a telephone during retrograde Mercury, especially people who have affected 4th house, this can cause some problems with this telephone. For all people who have Capricorn ascendant and Capricorn moon sign, retrograde Mercury will affect your 4th house and 3rd house. 3rd house is the house of communication, so you really have to be careful how you communicate. This is the house of traveling. Be careful how you prepare for traveling previously, before 1st of April. You have to check how you communicate with your relatives, with your mother, with your cousins, with your brothers and sisters, with your neighbors. 3rd house is the house of business too, so be careful too. For all people who have Aquarius ascendant or Aquarius moon sign, retrograde Mercury will affect your 3rd house and 2nd house. 2nd house is family value, savings, so don't spend a lot of money, okay? Be careful how you're spending your money and what you are saying, because 2nd house is what you speak, what you are saying. And for Pisces ascendant and Pisces moon sign, retrograde Mercury will affect your 2nd house and your 1st house. So be careful what you're saying, be careful how you spend your money, and be careful what decisions you are taking for your life. 1st house is the house that is associated, as I told, for is really important. So if you have a big decision to make, you can a little bit go and think about it, and then after Mercury is direct, it is good then to take the decision. Although it will be debilitated, but yeah, depends on your natal chart. It is better to go to a consultation with astrologer if you want to make a big decision for your life. Okay, so this was my video for retrograde Mercury. I hope you like it. Don't forget to use these vouchers, 10% discount. With the voucher named gift 10 and 20% discount for one voucher named gift 20. I'm going to write this for you in the description of the video. Thank you for watching and see you soon.